Dear seekers, pause for a moment and look at the life you are living. From the instant you wake up, the world comes rushing in, the alarms buzzing, messages pinging, tasks piling up before you even set your feet on the ground. You sip your coffee not in peace, but in a hurry. Your mind is already racing through a maze of plans and worries, regrets about yesterday, and anxieties about tomorrow. We have invented every possible comfort to ease the body, yet the mind remains burdened, carrying 1,000 unspoken fears, old hurts, fresh desires. We are restless even in our sleep, and the more restless we grow, the farther we drift from the garden of stillness that lives inside each of us. The space that whispers, "You are more than this running, more than this fear, more than this endless chase." How easily we forget that beneath this busy mind lies a silent presence, the doorway to our true nature. The Bible says, "Be still and know that I am God." It does not command us to climb mountains of achievement or drown ourselves in duties to be worthy of the divine. It simply asks us to stop, to let the noise settle, to remember that underneath all our striving, there is a sacred depth that never left us, though we may have left it over and over again. But stillness is not easy for the modern mind. When we first sit in silence, the restlessness becomes louder, old memories surface. Thoughts spin like dust in sunlight, and yet, if we remain, if we let the storm pass, a quiet space opens up. It is in this space that we truly begin to know what "I am God" really means. Not a distant deity, but the divine aliveness breathing through you, waiting patiently to be recognized. It is this same secret that awakened souls throughout time have discovered. Even the Buddha, centuries ago, found this stillness to be the only true refuge. One moonlit night, when his disciples asked how to find peace amidst life's endless noise, he showed them not a new practice to do, but a new way to simply be. So that night, beneath the soft glow of the moon, the Buddha sat with his disciples near the gentle murmuring of the river. The world around them was asleep, but their minds still carried the noise of the day, the gossip of villagers, the arguments in markets, the questions about tomorrow's journey. One young disciple, tired and confused, asked, "Master, you speak of peace, but how do we find it in this world that never stops? How do we touch that which is beyond this constant noise?" The Buddha did not answer immediately. Instead, he motioned for them to close their eyes and listen. They heard the river's flow, the rustle of leaves, the distant bark of a village dog. But as they listened more deeply, they began to notice something else. A silence that was not apart from these sounds, but holding them all. Then Buddha spoke softly, "Do you hear? The river flows, the breeze whispers, yet beneath it all is a vast silence. This silence is not something you create. It is always here. Thoughts and sounds arise and pass, but this silence remains unchanged." He opened his eyes and looked at them with the compassion of 1,000 mothers, and he said, "In your heart, too, there is such a river of thoughts. Let them flow, but know the silence in which they flow. Be still, truly still, and you will know that you and this vastness are not separate. The divine is not something you find outside. It is the still space in which your entire life dances. And so, dear seekers, if you find your modern life pulling you in 100 directions, let these words be a lamp. Be still and know that I am God. Let the mind race for a moment. Let the worries come and go. But sit quietly, breathe gently, and listen for that river of silence within you. You do not have to escape to a monastery or sit under a Bodhi tree, though you may if you wish. But your kitchen table, your daily commute, the park bench where you rest, these too can be your Bodhi tree. In the busiest moments, you can pause for just a breath, turn inward, and sense that quiet space that has never left you. In this stillness, you come home to the truth that the divine is not a goal far ahead, but the very ground beneath your feet. Not a voice that shouts from the heavens, but the silent presence that has always been whispering, "You are that." Be still and know there is nothing more to become. You are already what you seek. Rest there, in the vastness that holds all your joys and sorrows, and discover that in this deep, unshakable stillness, you are whole. You are free. You are divine.